What's up guys, welcome back. Today we have a fun video for you today. I finally have the FlashPro, which I've had for a while. We now have a old school laptop, Windows 7. So we're gonna do a quick little video and show you just how easy and quick it is to use the FlashPro Manager on your FL5 Civic Type R. So here we go. So far, I changed it out about a week ago, and I kind of like the Stage 1 pops and bangs. It's one level above Type S. It's not too bad. I think the third level would just be ridiculous, but I haven't tried that one yet myself. I've heard what it sounds like, and it sounds a little crazy. All right. First thing we do, just get the FlashPro. Go just like this. Boom, pretty easy. They give you a nice long cord, which is super nice. But yeah, we finally got some beautiful weather today. It's not too hot. It's like 75 degrees. Okay, let's go ahead and start the Hondata FlashPro Manager. This thing is an old computer, so it's not the fastest, but it does the job. Okay, we're gonna go to new calibration. We're gonna go to 93 because I don't have anything else done to my car. Hit OK. It's updating. We're gonna pretty much leave everything how it is, but we're gonna go to pops and bangs, and we're gonna go to stage 1 right here. And then rev hang, I went ahead and did the race. And I can definitely tell a difference. The rev hang is so much better. And you can see there's quite a few different options down here. Traction control. Let's we're gonna try out this bottom one. This one's, let's see if I can make this full screen for you guys. So we're gonna do this bottom one. Traction control launch setting with no wheel spin upon launch will bog down the engine in a hard launch. So yeah, and then the other one's traction control aggressive launch will allow wheel spin on a hard launch to keep the engine from bogging. So we'll give that one a try first. And I think that's it. I think that's what we're gonna try today. Accessory mode, hit the button twice. Look at that good gas mileage, guys. Make sure you have your tires inflated properly. It makes a huge difference. Okay, now what we do is we just hit OK. And now all we gotta do is hit this little arrow up here. Boom. Now this process, at least on this slower computer, it probably takes a good 5 minutes. You're gonna see all kinds of flashing lights, all kinds of different errors. Every error you can get, you're gonna get. But yeah, other than that, the car's been running really good. We're at 17,489 miles. I definitely think the driver's seat is wearing way faster than I'd like. So I'm not sure what I should do, if I should buy another seat and then get a seat cover, but I'm gonna worry about that once the car's paid off. Oh yeah, look at that. Electric power steering. Brake system issues. This is completely normal. One thing, make sure your battery is fully charged, because if your battery dies in the middle of this, it could brick your ECU, and that would not be fun. And then you'd have to contact Hondata and see what they can do for you. A few months ago, I replaced this boot right here with the leather one to this Alcantara, which I like a lot better. Matches the Alcantara in the car. My passenger side's in pretty good shape, but I don't have a lot of passengers, but I ordered a new part the other day for you guys. Since we have the Suma Racing Performance Convex Blue Anti-Glare mirrors, I was like, I might as well go ahead and get the rear view mirror. That brand, they don't make one, so I went ahead and ordered from Spoon, and currently right now it's on back order for 1 to 3 months. And then you can also see I have my dash cam mounted right up there. It starts to speed up pretty quick. The options are, as far as the tuning, you have a 91 or a 93. Since again I'm stock, I'm going to go with the 93 tune because that's supposed to push about 360 horsepower and 360 foot-pounds of torque. Whereas the 91 tune with no mods, I think is like an extra about 20-something horsepower and torque, something like that. Whereas this particular 93 tune puts out an extra 45 horsepower and 50 foot-pounds of torque. Now it looks like we have emission problem. Power may be reduced. This is completely normal. We don't want to turn the car on. We don't want to really mess with anything until this is completely done. And then once it is done, we turn the car off. We wait a good 5 or 10 seconds. We turn it back on, and then we can go for a little drive so you guys can hear what the stage 1 pops and bangs sound like. I think I'll drive from the point of view like I'm doing now, and then I'll also hook up the GoPro on the back of the car so you guys can hear it. We also have my little carbon fiber console I got. This is a true Honda accessory here, which I really like. It matches my carbon fiber wing really, really well. And then I don't know how you guys can see this, but in the rear view mirror, the carbon fiber wing sets a little lower or a little thicker, so you can actually see it compared to the factory one, which I kind of like being able to see it. I think it looks cool, and man, when it's like sunny out and shiny out, oh, it just looks so, so good. Looks like we're about halfway there. Hopefully this is showing up pretty good for you guys. I have yet to really try any like major data logging. I did hook it up just to kind of see how it worked, but I also got a new accessory the other day from Oxito. It's a tire inflator, and man, it's so convenient. One of the nicest things about it is it's wireless. I don't have to plug it into my cigarette adapter. I basically just get the tube, plug it into the tire. It'll instantly tell me what PSI I'm at, and then I can easily just hit a button or two, and then it'll automatically fill the tire to exactly what I want it to. So I can just set it at 35 PSI and go, and it'll stop right when it's done. So if you guys are interested in getting a discount, I'll put a link in the description. It's just super convenient, because before, you know, I had to drive all the way to Quick Trip, and sometimes it wasn't working and it was broken down. I remember the other day, earlier this year, when I threw my 19-inch stock wheels on, I guess there was a nail in the tire, so I threw them on the car, and then, man, it just started sinking real quick, the tire did. So luckily my brother had a tire inflator I could use, but it didn't have a PSI rating, so I didn't really know how much I was putting in there. But I have since got that fixed. Most of the rest of the Alcantara is wearing really well. Got a little bit of wear right there, so I'm gonna probably have to get out the cleaner and then wipe it down and brush it and all that. And actually the steering wheel is in really, really good shape. That's actually probably one of the easiest things to keep clean. I just wash my hands before I use it, and then every 2 or 3 months I really just get like a bucket of water, a little bit of soap, fill it with some water, and then I use a towel, and then I just kind of wring it just like this, and then I let it dry overnight in my garage, and then it feels really, really good the next day. And then if I want, I can also brush it a little bit. Okay, it looks like we're almost done here. Now we have a vehicle stability assist problem, hill start assist problem. I've had some Hondas before, but I've never seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 orange lights. Whew. I think at one time when I had my 2003 Honda Civic modified, I had like maybe three orange lights, but I'm definitely loving this updated entertainment system compared to my FK8. My FK8 seemed to have some issues here and there, and it's just nice having wireless. All right, guys, look at that. We're almost done. And then all of the orange lights should go away. Please switch off the ignition. So we're gonna turn it off. Let's wait about 5 seconds. Next thing I'd really like to get eventually is get the carbon fiber piece that goes right there. I'd really like to get the Honda version of it, but I've heard it's been discontinued and on back order, so we'll see what happens. All right. No orange lights, fingers crossed. And we're looking pretty good. I think we're okay. Okay, now we're just gonna go for a little drive. I need to go get one of my GoPro mounts real quick. Now we're gonna do a little start of the engine here. Boys and girls, let's go for a little drive. We have no check engine lights. Everything is looking good. start the windows up. It's a little windy today. Oh, look at that Lexus. Thing looks mean. So that's what stage 1 sounds like. I think we're gonna go over here to this park. We'll rev it a few times for you guys. Yeah, stage 1 isn't bad. I think stage 2 is probably gonna be stupid loud. I don't even know if I'm gonna give it a try. It's gonna be between stage 1 and Type S. All right, now we're away from a neighborhood so we can rev it a few times and not annoy everybody. Current state of the car, for you guys that are new to the channel, I got a Project Aero front lip, the carbon fiber PPF, Titan 7 wheels, 18-inch, super lightweight. You're saving about 38 pounds right there. I got the carbon fiber wing from Honda. So let's do some exhaust. You guys can hear the intake sound too. I also have a front resonator delete with the valve open, so that's why my exhaust is much louder. And that's a stock intake, so not too shabby. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and if you have any questions or comments, just leave me a comment. Have a great day. Peace out.